Big happy Saturday to everybody. I'm gonna go live up here. No warning today. We just went live. Been busy all day, but like I said, 30 days straight. We're doing a live Q&A. You guys can random fire your questions at me. No, almost 2 years that I was off of YouTube, so just coming back, doing a live every day, 30 days straight. We're on day 17, I think. I'm waiting on a couple people to jump on here. I'm gonna go sit on a hammock. Pull the old hammock out so I can chill. This thing's kind of hard to get on now. It's a little bit dangerous, especially if you Texas made. What up, homie? Let me see if I can get on here without falling off. If I fall, y'all don't tell nobody. Bryn, I gotta quit reading this stuff out loud because y'all get me sometimes. Do a flip. Shit, I'm too old to do a flip. I fuck around and fall on my head. Oh no. Oh God, I almost killed myself. Y'all heard that? Sound like a gunshot going off. This damn thing. Whoever knew it was so hard to get on a what do you call this? A hammock. Whoever knew, right? Whoever fucking knew. Let me see if I can chill with you guys and answer the questions in the chat. Ronnie Poland, what's up, homie? Good to have you on. This is what it's about, man. In prison, you don't get to chill like this. There's always some detrimental bullshit going on. You can't go where you want to go. It's taken out my bed. A hammock. He loses his life in a hammock. Oh, that'd be terrible. What a way. Well, listen, if the hammock would have just broke, or whatever would have happened, something happened, and I actually flipped and landed on my head, broke my neck, right? I could say this: I died living a life of happiness, right? Which is the most critical thing. Like, are you fucking happy in life? That's what. Can you guys hear me? Got a microphone over here. Are you happy living the life that you're living? No matter how much money you got, what type of bullshit, toys, material things. Don't get me wrong, I like material things, but there's nothing that surpasses happiness, like true happiness, right? Type of happiness when you wake up, you're just like, fuck yeah, we got another day to do this shit, What surpasses that, man? Anybody got anything that surpasses that? Do a flip? No, sir. Nursing the hangover. Arr. Texas made. I hear you, homie. Tell your escape story again. It's captivating. I'll tell it. I sure will. I sure will. First, you guys tell me, what y'all do? Like yesterday, what did anybody do today, Saturday? You guys tell me, what y'all do anything special today? I've been in the house the whole day. Can y'all still hear me? Can you see me? Because I'm not up on the patio where I'm normally at. Just to make sure the signal's working. I've been in the house the entire day editing video. So I put up a short last night. I don't know if you guys seen it or not. I put up a short and it got 42 or 43,000 views in like an hour. I was like, oh, holy cow. People love me finally. But it wasn't that. It was about sex in prison. And I think the word just targeted like a lot of people to watch it. I was like, hell yeah, that's dope. Let me see what you guys said. Let me see. 12-hour shift today, huh? Well, congrats to you, homie. Congrats, man. Having a job is a good deal, man. It could be way fucking worse. And the fact that you're still able to go and do that 12-hour shift says a lot, man, because 12 hours is a lot, 12 hours is a lot. Y'all see the beast over there. 12 hours, big long shift. I just finished leaf springs on my Cummins. What are you talking about, Cummins? Because the Cummins is the engine. What? What do you mean Cummins, man? You got a Ram? What do you got with the Cummins in it? My ear is itching. What do you have that's got a Cummins in it? then you change the leaf springs on. I'm assuming a Ram or a Dodge. You know, they quit calling Dodge and Ram separated, and now it's Ram trucks. It's not Dodge Ram anymore. I'm sure you guys already know that. Yeah, you got a Ram. All right, them Rams are dope, man. That's what I took. Tokan, you got on here live today, man. Good job. Um, when I get rid of my F-150, I'm getting a Ram. I traded a Ram for the F-150. I tell you guys this story. So I traded my Ram. It was I think it was like a 2016, maybe yeah, I think it was 2016. But it was two-wheel drive. It had the 360 in it. Had a good engine in it, good transmission. Had everything in it, but it didn't have the AC vents in the back. Like, it was a nice truck. It wasn't the basic one, but it just didn't have the AC vents in the back, like where the the back seats. And I don't even got kids. You know what my wife said? She said, "We gotta get a new truck." I said, "Why? I like the Dodge or the Ram." And she said, "The dogs need AC in the back. It's too hot for them." I was like, "What? Are you kidding? For real?" And so we went and looked, and then we found the Ford F-150. The only problem with the Ford is they're overpriced. Like, they're nice, but the prices escalated too high for them. Like, for a Ram, you get way more truck for a Ram than you do for Ford for the price, is what I'm saying. Like, if you spent 60 grand on either one, you're going to get a better version Ram for that 60 grand than you're going to get from the Ford people. And so I traded my Ram on the Ford, but I got the platinum version with everything. That bitch nice. However, it ain't started giving me all type of problems. Engine problems, transmission. Done the transmission in it twice. Now the engine's starting to mess up on me. So I'm going back to Ram. If you can't dodge it, ram it. Yeah. Ford stands for fix or repair daily. And that shit's for real, man. Yeah. Hey, it's nice hanging out here on the hammock. Let me show you guys. Show you guys the view. Just chilling, right? Got these big ass bushes right here beside me. Here's the good view. And that shit's sweet right there. It don't get no better than that. Somebody on the channel gonna win that bike right there. I can't wait to give it to y'all. Ford also stands for Found on Road Dead. Listen, man, I tell you guys, I'm gonna tell my escape story too. Somebody asked me to tell a minute ago. I'm gonna tell you this other story. I don't think I told y'all, so this is gonna be a new story for you guys. Who wants to hear a new story? My hand's shaking. Let me get this camera right. Who wants to hear a new story, man? Y'all know I got a lot of stories. Who wants to hear a new one? It's a road trip story. Give me a yes or a like or something. Tell me who wants to hear a story. This was a good one too. It could have ended in tragedy, but we came through. Definitely came through on this one. Anybody want to hear a new story? I mean, everybody got drunk or some shit. Nobody answered. Of course. Maybe I got lagged on this thing too. All right, so check it out. Me, my wife, two nephews, two dogs. We took a road trip. We go in the F-150. So the F-150 is lifted. It's like a 7-inch lift. It's got 24-inch rims that are 15 inches wide. At the time, I had 37-inch tires on it, right? So it's a big truck. And then, if you guys know how you could put the rack on top of the roof, it's a, what is it called? It's just for luggage or whatever the hell you need to put up there. I put my spare tire up there because the whole bed of the truck, I have a cover, a flat level cover with the bed. So we put our luggage and everything in there. And then I put the tire on top. We look like Mad Max coming down the road. This shit looks so crazy. I mean, it's a nice truck, but we look like you could see us coming for sure. And so we leave. We go all the way. We went north. We went up through Denver, Colorado. We went to Ohio. We went to we went to Missouri. We went to New York. We went to Niagara Falls. We went to Buffalo, which is, well, Niagara Falls. We went to New York City. Then we went down. We went to Carolina. Then we went to Florida. And then when we left Florida, we were gone for 2 weeks on a 2-week road trip. And when we left Florida, my truck engine light started coming on. So I go to the Ford place. And they're like, oh, it ain't nothing. It's a wheel speed sensor. I'm like, okay, I never heard of this thing before. But okay, I heard of a speedometer, but a wheel speed sensor? I'm like, what? All right, whatever. So they said, man, you'll be all right. Just keep going. And so the further we get, the more warning lights keep coming on. Now, I got a programmer inside the truck where I could just program the truck. You know, every time the warning light comes on, I could turn it off, reset the computer. So if it goes like in limp mode or whatever. But if your vehicle goes in limp mode, it's for a reason. So anyways, I keep resetting it. We end up in, I think it was Louisiana, one of the first places where it started getting like way more problems. And the guy, he looked at it, he's like, look, man, we can't fix it. We ain't got no mechanics. You know, you're just going to have to keep going. And so it was during COVID. Well, you know, who knows what the fuck COVID is, but they said it was during COVID time. So there was not a lot of workers. There was a lot of people out of work. And then the parts were on back order. So we keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. We get to Texas, and I start hearing louder noises under the truck. I don't know if I told you guys this story or not, but so we end up in, we get to New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Man, we're in Albuquerque, and I hear metal fly out from under the truck, like, like banging, and I'm like, oh shit, what was that? I go to the Ford dealership, and the truck's even making noise, like a dragging noise. But I got underneath it. I could not find no problem. So we go to the dealership in Albuquerque, and Buddy's like, listen, man, Travis, what up, homie? Good to see everybody on here. Telling a little story, road trip story. I go to the dealership in Albuquerque, Ford dealership, and I tell Buddy, I'm like, hey, man, listen, truck's out here making all type of noise. I heard something fly out from under it. I got my wife, my 2 nephews, 2 dogs. Can you please take a look at it? He said, man, we ain't got no workers. Like, we only got a few workers, and we're way, it's like 2 weeks backed up. Rotten Apple News, what up, homie? And so I pulled out some cash. I said, listen, man, just hook it up. Like, plug it into the computer, do whatever. Do it on the side even, right? I'll pay you right now, cash. Not even on the books. He's like, man, I can't do it. I was like, damn. Usually cash talks, right? So he said, look, we're 2 weeks behind. The dealership down the road is 1 month behind. He's like, nobody going to be able to fix your truck. I'm like, son of a bitch. I just keep driving. We get 2 hours from Albuquerque, New Mexico into the desert. I don't know if anybody ever lived, like if any of you guys live out that way or you drove through that way. We're on I-40 going through the desert. My power steering goes out. This truck's big now. Anybody seen the truck? I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to make sure I get out of this hammock without cracking my head. We're on the 40 and the power steering goes out. Anybody ever had that happen with a big truck? I mean, you can, oh, Rotten Apple News, he's driving a semi. He said he's on the 40 right now. And that's the other thing too. There were semis everywhere. Like I'm going down the highway. I got the kids with me, the dogs, my wife. There's, and the road is under construction at the time on the 40. And there's semis everywhere. Like you ain't got a lot of room, you know? And so we're going down to 40 and the power steering goes out. I'm like, oh shit, power steering went out. I'm like, fuck it, I can keep driving this thing. It's just a little bit more difficult. Put some muscle into it. And so at one point, we're driving and the highway turns left, right? So you got to turn left. I turned left and the truck kept going straight. The bitch would not turn no more. I'm like, oh no. And we went off the highway. I'm feeling like National Lampoon's Vacation at this point. Y'all know what that is? National Lampoon Vacation. Can y'all still see me? I'm going outside and the signal might get weaker. Tell me if you cannot see me. Can you still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? So I'm gonna show you what happened. Look, you can see how wide they are, right? Sticking off of here. So we're riding. The wheel on the passenger side, the whole wheel bearing, the wheel hub broke, and the wheel was bent sideways and was coming off of the truck, like like not. It was no, it was down here. This portion down in here. This shit was so fucked up. The the wheel was coming off of the truck, like leaning off the truck sideways. The brake caliper roasted, like it shredded the brake caliper. I'm like, oh my god, no. So luckily though, we didn't get fucked up. Nobody crashed. We got out of the highway, but it was right in the middle of a construction zone, and there's just like cars ripping down the highway, semi trucks. It ain't a good place to be sitting on the side of the highway with kids and the dog. So I start calling tow trucks. They said, man, there ain't no tow truck available. Not way out there where I'm at. So then we call AAA. Call AAA. They said, we can't even find a tow truck for you. What? Oh no. So they can't find no tow truck. I can't find a tow truck. And then I called the Ford dealership in this little small town where we were at. And the guy at the Ford dealership, he said, man, you're in a bad spot. I'm gonna come out there and pick y'all up. And he picked up my wife and my nephews and the dogs. And I said, man, I'm gonna wait on a tow truck because I didn't want to leave my truck right there on the side of the road. And so finally I found the tow truck guy, and the dude's like, I know right where you're at. I'm coming right now. I'm gonna come and get you. He was super cool too, this guy, tow truck guy. He was like, man, people are always out here from California broke down. And so they take us back. He takes me back to the dealership. We got back, and it was like 6:30. They closed at 6 o'clock. And I was like, but they were still there. The people at the dealership were there. They dropped my wife and the kids off at a restaurant. And I said, I'll buy they had a Ford Raptor out in the parking lot. I said, I'll buy the Raptor right now. I need a way to go home. And they said, well, no, we're closed. We can't sell you nothing right now. I'm like, what? It's only a little bit after 6 in San Diego. In California, you buy a car at midnight. And so they were like, nah, you got to wait till tomorrow. I'm like, damn it. But they gave me a loaner car. They gave me a loaner car. Not even like a loaner on paper. The people just said, here, take this car, come back tomorrow. Of course, I was leaving my truck there. But they just gave me, they didn't get my information or nothing. They said, go pick your own wife and kids up and go to a hotel and come back tomorrow. I was like, all right, bet. And then we get to the hotel. I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna buy the Raptor. She's like, we're not getting another truck. I'm like, we need the Raptor. And she's like, no, we were traveling a lot. She said, we need something bigger. And I was like, man, what are we going to get? And she said an SUV, like a Escalade. I said, I don't even like Escalades, right? On one of them. But we started looking, you know, wives have persuasion, power of persuasion, right? And so we start looking at the Escalades, and we're looking at them. And we could only find one. So with the Escalade, I don't know if any of you guys have one, or if you had one before. They got different trim levels. And so when we're looking, like we want to get the one with the TV in the back, all the extra bullshit for these kids, spoiled little kids, but they're my little homies, my nephews, right? And so seat squeaking. We find a Platinum in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we go the next morning. We get a ride from the town we were in, 2 hours, all the way back to Albuquerque, like a car ride. It's like a car service, right? Guy comes, picks us up, takes us, drops us off. We're at the Cadillac dealership all freaking day until late that night. I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible. We buy that Escalade, and in 2 months, I think I lost like $30,000 in value. That's when the prices went up. The price of gas went way up. Nobody wanted Escalade. I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding. I lost my ass on that one. It was terrible, man. What up? Let me see where we're at, man. Took on family truckster. Yeah, that's the family truck right there, man. No doubt. Loyalty over everything. Yeah, New Mexico heard is dangerous. What's the worst, most ghetto city you been to? Oh, Miami, Liberty City. Liberty City in Miami. That shit, I don't know about now, but it used to be super ratchet. I got a story about it too if y'all want to hear this one. I'm gonna tell you about the city. You said city or prison. I'll tell you that. Right now, the news said we definitely was nothing available during cold out there. I was running the road. There was 20 trucks to one car. Ratio was like the world just stopped, man. Yeah, it's crazy. It is. There's a lot of freaking trucks on the road in New Mexico. I don't know where they come from or where they're going, but it's just like a ass load of trucks, right? So, the worst, most ratchet ghetto city I've been to. Y'all want to hear this story? This guy, I was wrong on this one. I did, buddy. I did him pretty dirty. He did me dirty too, but I was a kid. I was like, bitch, you ain't fixing to get me like that. You fixing to get it, buddy. He's dead now though, but I still tell y'all. So y'all know I was married when I was younger, in my 20s, and my decal there. I'm gonna tell it. My father-in-law, he's the one that he's a good dude, man. I liked him in a lot of ways, but he had some problems. He had drug problems, but he introduced me to selling crack. Like that's how I found out about selling crack because he was on dope and he knew all the dope dealers, and so he used to be before he got on dope. He like had for real connections out of Miami, and so he knew a Cuban guy down there, and he kept telling me, "Oh, we got to go down there." I forgot what his friend's name was. We're gonna go down there and meet his friend in Miami. So I'm like, all right, man, we're gonna run down there. We're gonna go. And then finally one day we go. He don't got no money. You know he's on dope at the time. And the whole way there, it's me and my homie. We're riding in a this is like this is late 90s. We're riding in a blazer with like massive sound system in it. It's just loud as a motherfucker, but we're young, right? He's an old man. He keeps saying, turn the radio down. He's complaining every corner. All he keeps doing is complaining and complaining and complaining. And then we get to Miami. Finally, we drove from Jacksonville, right? We get to Miami and we're riding in circles. And he says he can't find the guy's house. I'm like, man, you done made me drive way down here. Like, we're going to be riding for 8 hours and you can't find Buddy's house. I'm like, I thought this was your homie, right? So I'm like, man, he keeps trying to call him. He can't get a hold of him. Then he says, oh, maybe he went out on his boat. He goes out on his boat for days at a time. I'm like, hey, fool, you told him we were coming is what you told me. So why would he be going on the boat? I think you're bullshitting. He's like, no, no, no. And he just kept complaining and complaining. And he's like, take me home, get me something to eat. Da, 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 da. And so I just had enough of it. I was like, this motherfucker. We were in Liberty City. Who knows about Liberty City in Miami? There ain't no white people around there. There ain't no white people. And all he keeps doing is complaining and like running his mouth. I'm like, man, you're the one that brought me down here. So the very last straw, the very, very last straw, he wanted something like from the store. Listen, money was different in the late 90s, right? You could go inside the store and buy a snack cake for 25 cents. Who remembers that? Them little round little Debbie snack cakes, 25 cents, right? Y'all remember that? Who remembers that? 25 cents for a little Debbie snack cake. You can't do that no more. This should probably be like $1. Okay, so Buddy keeps complaining. Oh, I'm hungry. Get me something to eat. Turn the radio down. Take me home. All right, but here's your 25 cents. Go get a snack cake. I just what I gave him 25 cents for a snack cake. So I ain't giving you no more money. That's over with. Yeah, it's supposed to be hungry till we get home. So he go in the store to get the snack cake. Hey, when he went in the store to get the snack cake, I peeled off on his ass. I left him right there at the store in Liberty City. I was gone. See, I rode. Me and my homie rode down there together, but we took his Blazer, my homie's Blazer, right? So I told my homie what the plan was. He said, "Man, I am not driving. I'm not fixing to do that." I said, "Bitch, get in the passenger side. Get in the passenger seat. Let me put the stand on the thing." Hold on, man. So, oh, my hands are cold. I gotta put the stand on here so I can chill. And so he said, "I'm not driving, right?" I said, "Bitch, get in the passenger seat." And we peel off, gone. Again, remember, this is Liberty City in the late 90s, mid to late 90s, somewhere around there, 96, 97. There's not no white people hanging around there. And the shit was dangerous back then. And he, can you imagine somebody, you're in way to hell 8 hours from the house, 6 hours from the house, however long it was. And you come out of the store with a snack kick in your hand and your ride done left. So a little while later, my little girl's mother is calling me. She's screaming in the phone. You remember how you see on a cartoon when it'll be like a cartoon and two characters are talking, they sound like rats. It's like, you know what I mean? Like just squilling. That's how she sounded in the phone. "You left my dad. He's gonna get killed. You better go back and get him." I said, "I didn't leave your dad." She said, "He told me you left him at the store." I said, "I gave him my money and he went in an apartment, never came out. I think he ran off and he went and got some dope and ran away." She's on and on and on, right? And I said, "I'm not going back. Buddy ran off with my money." And I did not go back either. And guess what happened? He ain't got no ID on him. He don't have no ID, right? And he's got a very, very common name. Uh, Donald Johnson, right? Yeah, Les Brown. His name was Donald Johnson. The cops come. And when the cops pull up in where he was at and they see the white dude standing out front, they're like, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing here?" He tells them his name, that name, but he didn't know his driver's license number or anything. The name had a warrant, but it wasn't him. But they had a warrant for Donald Johnson. They took his ass to jail. They take him to jail. He didn't get out of jail for 2 days, I think it was, a day or 2 days. And then he had to ride the Greyhound bus to get back home. Man, when that bitch got home, he was freaking mad at me. He said he would never ever ride with me again. I said, "You know what? But see, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit more of the story. Before I did that to him, he did that to his ex-wife, which was my ex-wife's mother. He left her way out of town, took her money because he was on dope, and just left her on the side of the road. So I told my little girl's mom finally when I told her what I really did. I said, "I just paid him back for your mama." This bitch. Oh, I got him another time too. Y'all want to hear another time I got him? Let me read all the comments. Let me go back. Oh, we got a lot of comments, man. We got a lot of comments. Killer King, what up, man? Let me see where we're at. I'm gonna read the comments real quick, man. 123 Botswana, what up? Loyalty over everything said. They steal trucks in Mexico to use for cartels. By the way, y'all be safe. Yeah, 100% they do. Yeah, I live right by Mexico. They stole my brother's truck right here out of my neighborhood. I know they took it to Mexico too. Killer King, what's the ratio to people who succeed after prison as opposed to, oh, great question, homie, as opposed to the normies on the street who constantly complain and feel hopeless? Do your escape, big hurt, etc. seem to be outliers, 100% outliers. In that these statistics, right? When people get out of prison after 5 years, it's like 85% of the people that get out of prison released within 5 years, they're back. I just did a video about it within 5 years. And the people who are able to stay out, the statistics of them like excelling in life, it's like 1.5% of those people actually listen. Don't get it twisted. Money doesn't mean you're successful. That's not what I mean. But I could be living free, but living on my dick, like with nothing, right? At least I'm still free, so that's successful, right? Because I'm free. But to get to a level of having shit, the people that stay out is like 1 to 1.5%. It's very minimal, very, very minimal. And the biggest thing is like that I've come across, and I'm gonna tell you guys this every damn day, is the mindset. It's the most critical component that keeps people out of prison. When they keeps them out of prison and helps them succeed is having a proper mindset to be able to go out and handle every single day in a successful way. Without that, your ass is going in, man. You're going back. It's over. Travis said the most money from selling drugs I ever made was crack days. It's insane profit. Yeah, crack was that was for a young ass kid. I was making really good money. I was. It was. It's a sad drug, man. It's a sad drug. Like I like the people. I genuinely just like people. Even when I was a crack dealer, I still like people, and I didn't treat them like what people say crackheads, basers, crackheads. I still treated them like people. I would even sit around and talk to them. Not once they get high, I'm out of there. I got to go. But I just, I would encourage them not to do drugs. I'm like, shit, there's 100 other people right behind you. If you want to quit, please quit. I won't bring you nothing. Please do. Kind of contradictory, but that's what it was, man. Loyalty over everything. He's on a boat while y'all drove 8 hours. That's crazy. I was at work release in North Miami. It was wild. Yeah, it is. It is wild. I got another story about him. I'm gonna tell you guys. 1, 2, 3. That sucks. Travis. Yeah. Liberty City. I only heard from GTA. Haha. I only been to Tampa and Orlando. Going to visit Florida more. Yeah, I've been to all of them. I went to Tampa. When was I in Tampa? At the end of last year, maybe somewhere around Christmas, I think. Drove down to Tampa. Florida's a cool place. I'm about to go back over there. 50 cents cakes, by the way, and yeah, $1.50 now. It's crazy, man, how much inflation and like the cost of things. Absolutely insane. Right here, you can't get gas for like, if you got to get premium gas, it's right around $6 per gallon. And I can't, the cars I have, I got to get premium. So it's crazy, man. Whole box is still cheap like that, though. I'm sure they are. Oh, wait, what kind of box are you talking about? You're talking about snack cake box? Never mind. I thought you were just talking about something else. Like maybe 24 if you go to grocery store, but they tax on singles at a gas station. $2, I meant, right. Oh. When you said boxes, I thought you were talking about something else. It used to be 50-cent cakes. Me and my bro had $1 skipping school. We were both good. Free my brother. I heard that, man. Les Brown, born in Liberty City on a cold linoleum floor. Les Brown got a mean ass story. He has a voice that, like, if he was saying the ABCs, motherfuckers would listen. He has that type of voice. He just recite the alphabet. People would listen to him. He's got a real captivating voice. Damn, did they pay him for the false arrest? Nah, they don't pay nobody for false arrest, man. You got to be falsely in prison for years and years and years, and then you get real lucky if they give you anything. But this shit ain't worth it. Miami Vice name, yeah, Don Johnson. It was that was his name, Donnie Johnson, Donald Johnson, but Don Johnson. Yeah, they pay 70 cents the value of a stolen vehicle on the border. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man. 2 to 3 will be back. That's correct. 2 out of 3, yeah. 2 out of 3, yeah, no doubt, man. It's a sad situation, and that's why. Here's what I love about my course, my mindset mastery course. Like, it's set out in a way that anybody can use it to where when you dive into it, right? You're reading it first day, number 1. When you read module number 1, and you actually start to implement that, you write it down, like the practice, and you get truthful with yourself, right? With your what you really want in life. What are your goals? It's about succeeding in life, is what my mindset mastery course is about. Succeeding in life, no matter what the hell it is you're trying to succeed at, whether it's like a relationship, whether it's financial, whether you're trying to start a business, excel in your job or career, just everyday life, staying out of prison, being happy. It all goes back to your mindset. And bro, or guys, day one, reading the course and immediately putting that shit into action changes your life. I got a message this morning. A message. Somebody messaged me and said, bro, that was the best $35 I ever spent in my life. If I could screen share it right now, I'll show it to you guys. I don't have my laptop out here. They said it was the best $35 they ever spent in their life. Loyalty over everything. That's sad. And how you know the system is messed up. You could be locked up 30 years, they'll give you 18K and tell you to figure it out, even though you can flip that. Your life was fully given up, unwilling fully. 18K. I'd be broke 1 month. God damn it, my bills are too high. Like 18K is an outrageous, slanderous amount of money. Like, this is the problem, man, with the system. I'm gonna tell you guys the problem with the system. Let me move this thing over here so I can get comfortable and tell you guys. Actually, I don't even gotta be by me. I got a microphone. Can you guys hear me good? Here's the problem with our system. Starting with street cops, right? I'm not saying all cops are bad. Starting with street cops, they're giving a level of immunity that if they see you and for whatever reason they think you're doing something and you're not able to convince them that it wasn't you or you're not doing it, but they just suspect it. They don't even got to catch you doing anything. They just think it. Or they see you and they're just like, man, I don't like this fucking dude. You piss them off in some type of way. You don't talk to them with what they like. They want you to talk to them. They're like, you're their child and they're your parent. The fuck? We're both grown people here. Now, if you treat me with respect and talk to me with respect, then great. You're going to get it back. And for the most part, I do speak to the law enforcement with respect. I learned that a long time ago. It goes a long ways to go on and start it off on that foot, even if they're being a prick, because usually I I can de-escalate the situation with them. I don't need them to de-escalate it. I'm gonna de-escalate it for you because I'm gonna take over and control the conversation. Now, here's the problem. They have this level of immunity that allows them to go around and harass people, beat people, murder people, arrest people, and not get in no type of trouble. Every now and then, when you look up the percentages, only a small portion of them are held accountable. Whereas the people on the street that are committing crimes, that are doing things to people, they're being held accountable by the masses every damn day. But the people that wear badges have this level of immunity that they're not held accountable. And so it goes from the police, the street cops, and you got detectives, then you got like all the higher ups in the police department, all the way up to like the sheriff. They all back each other up. They all write the statement supporting the officer statement, at the bottom. And so as it goes up further and further, then you have the prosecution, the prosecutor's office, right? District attorney's office, who they work with the cops. They work with the detectives. They work with the sheriff. They work with the cops. They're all on the same team. And some places they get paid by the same exact place. They get their check from the same place. It depends on what city you're in. But they're basically working for the same team, right? And the people that are prosecuting you went to school to be a lawyer, an attorney, right? So they know the law. They know to look for evidence. They know to say, oh, wait, this doesn't add up. They know it because they had to study it for years. And all too often, like it shouldn't even fucking be happening, but it's happening all too often where one, they'll hide evidence that says this person is innocent, or two, they won't have evidence that actually proves that the person is guilty, but they don't have any that proves they're innocent, but they'll fabricate some evidence, even if they don't have it, just to say that they're guilty. They'll paint a picture that is completely inaccurate so that the people, like if the person goes to trial, they're found guilty. And here's the thing is, it comes up all the time that, hey, this person was completely innocent. And the prosecutors, the cops, the detectives, the sheriff, anybody involved in that case doesn't get held accountable. Then you take it a level above that to the judge. The judge that knows, like when the judge sentenced me, he looked at me and said that I was innocent. He said, it's clear to the court what happened was an accident. Had you went to trial, no criminal jury would have found you guilty. He just said, I'm innocent. Another judge in Duval County said, before I die, I'm going to give out 1,000,000 years. Or before I get off bench, before I get off the bench, I'm going to give out 1,000,000 years to people in prison. Like, that's not nowhere in the, what do you call it? The operating manual for, or whatever it is that they have, operating procedure. When you go to become a judge, they're not like, listen, you can become a judge only if you give out 1,000,000 years. No, hell no. You're supposed to be blind justice. You're supposed to hand out justice equally and righteously, not say, I'm going to give out 1,000,000 years. But these people are never held accountable. Like you and I, who are on the streets, ordinary people, citizens, we're going to be held accountable to the highest degree. But these people who go to school to uphold the law aren't held fucking accountable. It's heartbreaking. And then when you got guys like, I did a video about a guy that was in prison for 40 years. He got out. They gave him some measly little, not $1 or $2 million. I don't remember what it was. But when you add it up, like you break it down, how much they paid this guy per year, per month, per week, per day. I don't have the numbers on me, but I have the video about it. The dude got like 40 years. I mean, if you're going to pay the man anything, he needs at least 40 million, like 10 million a year. Like, it's not about just saying, oh, here, this is because you were gone. No, bitch, you owe me. You robbed my life from me. Like, they should be paying way big time, man. Adam Burt, what up, man? 70% is good. I saw a video of a judge get let go when he was stopped because he gave his ID and he said, you better check who I am or something. Yeah, it's absolute power leads to absolute corruption all the time. When they have absolute power, you can absolutely believe there's going to be corruption. It's absolutely nuts. It's terrible. Travis said, I would go back for 10 months. I'm at 10 million a year, do 3 and be done. Come home with that 30 piece. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, when people get wrongfully convicted and they spend decades, fuck, it doesn't matter how much money they give you, your ass is fixing to die anyways. Think about it. When you went into prison, you was at least 20, 18. You spent 4 decades, your ass is already way over the hill. You ain't got much left. This shit is not worth it. I wouldn't give 2 fucks how much money they give me. No thanks. I made a video about sex in prison. It was a short video. It got like 42 or 43,000 views in a few, like an hour or 2 or 3 last night. People were commenting on it. They're like, oh, this don't happen. Even dudes that been to prison. Oh, this don't happen. But I was like, you just didn't go to prison in Florida because it does happen. There's a man named Hitman in prison. I've told you guys this story on here before. I was at FSP with him in solitary confinement. He was there because he was a serial rapist. And he would literally catch new guys coming in that were unaware. And he'd have grease on his junk, slide into bed with them. Like he's creepy crawling up in the fucking bed. And that's the thing. When you're in prison, you don't sleep lightly ever. I sleep with my shoes on a lot of times. I hear the air change, I'm awake. That you will never, ever crawl in bed with me. No. But the man would crawl in bed with people and put a knife in their throat. And he would tell me that I'll kill you right now or you let me do what I do. And he was raping people. And that wasn't 20, 30 years ago. That was just when I was in there. And I put that on the video. At the end of the video, I put that little clip in there about that. And people were like, oh, that don't happen. Oh, the guards aren't doing their job. Yeah, of course, they're not doing their job. And it does happen. And they were like, oh, that happened in California. They don't tolerate that. Well, Florida, they tolerate it because nobody sticks together. It's every man for himself. And you ain't fixing to run around and stick up for the whole compound. You're going to be dead in a hot second. Travis said, yeah, I know. I watch that. It definitely happens. Yeah, 100%, man. Your shorts are doing numbers, by the way. That's what's up. Yeah, that's cool. Because, hey, listen, when I got back on here, the only thing that I posted and wasn't losing subscribers was lives. Like when I jump on the live with you guys, I'm not losing subscribers for people getting on lives, right? And so my videos, when I post them, I lost like 250 subscribers in 2 weeks. Part of that, I know there's a couple answers to it, right? Number one, I haven't been on here forever. My channel name changed, and they're probably just seeing FYTON, FYTON. They're like, well, who the fuck is this? Boom, unsubscribe. Because all you do is hit unsubscribe, right? And then who knows? But either way, I was losing. Bam, 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 bam. But they were taken off by the masses. I was like, yeah. But when I started doing these shorts, now I'm gaining subscribers, which is cool. Like that short that's only about like, it got like 55 subscribers. And I made like 30 of these shorts the other day because they're just short. I don't know if anybody realizes how difficult it is. Like having a conversation like we're doing right now, and I'm reading you guys' questions. I could do this shit all fucking day. It's like easy breezy, no problem. But to sit and talk to a camera when uh, you're not having a conversation, you're just telling the story, and you got to make sure you're like, you know what I mean? A 10, 15, 20-minute story. I don't write my stories down. I'm just telling them. And so it's not the easiest thing to do. And then if you mess up somewhere, you got to start over. It's a lot, right? But telling a short clip, it's pretty easy. I made like 30 of them in a couple hours the other day. So it's cool. Me and my wife been editing them. And well, I put one up a little while ago. It hadn't got a lot of views yet, but you know, who knows? It might catch on. YouTube game is rigged. It's not the same as 5 years ago, but it's about to change. Listen, if anybody you're asking for my email, brother, my email is Bryan, Bryan. So it's BRYAN at FYTON. You already know the name of the brand, FYTON.org. Bryan at FYTON.org. You can go on my website too if you don't see it on here anywhere. My email's on my website, which is FYTON.org, FYTON.org. You can definitely find it on there. Travis said, yeah, dude, I can help with this stuff. For sure, hit me up on email, brother. Gobby. What up, big dog? Checking in from the 209. He's up north. 209 Stockton. Tracy. I used to live up there in 209. 209 area code. What's the weather up there like right now? It's a little bit chilly down here in San Diego. Got it. Just wanted to copy paste it. I can't type on here. I'm on my phone. There's no big boy. What up, homie? I'm on my phone right now. And man, y'all tell me how y'all are able to talk in the chat, because when I try to talk, like, I can't talk in the chat. See, I can't welcome to live chat, remember. It won't let me type. That's so weird. Like, the person who's hosting the thing should be able to type. And if I hit the three buttons, there's nothing. Save, highlight, mute. I can't type in the chat on my phone. I'm not sure why. Pretty weird. It doesn't make no sense that I can't do that. Otherwise, I'd shoot it over to you so you can copy and paste it, brother. What's your favorite music to ride and chill out? Favorite music to work out? Motivational clips. Mindset stuff. Motivational. You know, a clip like off of YouTube where it's like 4 or 5 different people saying motivational speeches. To me, those because I work out in the morning time, and the morning time is the most critical time. Like, the morning time largely determines how your day is going to go. So that motivational. If not, then I'll jump on some hip hop. But the motivational speeches, that's what I like. Them are fire. I think most have a second phone when they stream. Probably so, man. Big boy. Normally I have my laptop out here when I've been out here with you guys, but I don't have it out here tonight. Y'all heard it, man. Hit the like. I'm gonna show you guys what I like. Who wants to see it? We're out here hanging out on the patio. It might even pop up. Circuit training. No, that ain't it. There he goes. I'll show y'all the one I like. Right there. This is a good one. Remember the time when you wanted more. Remember the time. This is the lick right here. There were people in your life that did not believe in you. Know why this is the lick? Immediately when this bitch cuts on. Remember the time when you wanted more. Well, I definitely remember that. But you know, one thing that I say to that is I will never ever stop wanting more. Like I'm until I die. Well, why would I stop wanting more? But this right here, this is the lick. This is what I like listening to, man. How many of you guys like listening to this? Y'all hear it? There comes a time in your life when you got to realize that there's a little bit more that's got to be done. David Graziano. What up, brother? David, follow me on Facebook. How you doing, brother? Good to see you today, man. You ain't got a lot of time left. You hear, man? There ain't no reason to complain. That's why I tell people, complaining. What are you complaining for? This shit is not getting you nowhere. Look, this is what complaining is like. Who knows what complaining is like? I'm gonna show you right here. You see this chair I'm sitting in? See the chair I can spin in circles, right? Right? This chair is no different than complaining. This shit will give me something to do all day. I can sit right here and spin in a bazillion, 1,000,000 circles, right? Same as complaining. It'll give me something to do all day, but I'm not fixing to get nowhere by doing it. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going to progress in life. Only thing I'm going to be doing is still sitting right here spinning in this damn chair all damn day. Complain for what? It's no good, man. No good, brother. Gabby said, hell yeah, that's some good stuff to work out too. I've always done just music while working out, but motivational talk is a great idea. So there's some that's got like faster music playing. The Rock has a song. The Rock, the actor Rock, he's got a song like that thing's lit too, man. It's lit. But it's short. It's not real long. I like to listen to that. Peaches, what's up, man? How you doing? Kelly, look, Peaches and Kelly jumped on at the same time. Kelly was taking a nap. Glad you made it. Glad to see you back. But yeah, Rock's got a really cool motivational song. I don't remember the name of it, but just look up Rock song on YouTube. He gets your ass crunk up. I like it. This is what I like to listen to when I'm working out. When I'm driving, I like to listen to this because I travel the country a lot, right? And I like to put this shit on right here because well, you ain't got nothing to do but drive. You know, me and my wife talk a lot, but I like turning this on. Brian Fraser. I'm too deaf to hear it. I don't know. Not Wes Watson. No. No. There should never be a limitation. Can you hear it now? Wherever it is that you are seeking and how far you are willing to travel. Wes Watson teaches the same thing I teach. He just teaches it in a different manner. He screams at you and tells you you're a dumbass. But he teaches the same thing. So you can learn from everybody, though. Here's another one I like. I'll show you who I like. This cat right here. Now, this dude here is a real deal. See if y'all heard this. YouTube probably going to give me a strike for this. But luckily, I ain't monetized. Commitment. This one's really good right here. Commitment. Inky Johnson. That a lot of people don't like. Because when you talk about commitment. Who listens to Inky Johnson? Anybody listen to Inky Johnson? He got a hell of a story too. Inky Johnson got a really good story. So I like this particular one too, Commitment. This is a good one. This one gets you. It like puts shit into perspective. Doesn't matter what you know in life, right? Doesn't matter how far you go and what you're succeeding at. We all need reminders. We all need to hear what we know sometimes from somebody else, right? Like that's why I like listening to this type of stuff. Most of what they're talking, a lot of people that are motivational speakers, a lot of people that are teaching mindset things, a lot of people that are teaching how to overcome your fears, create healthy habits. They're teaching the same thing, right? A lot of people, they're teaching the same thing. And so even though you might already know it, like pretty much most of the stuff that they're talking about that I listen to, I already know. But when I hear it again, it's just a reminder. Or sometimes uh, maybe I'm not operating at the proper optimal level because I get in my own way sometimes. We all do. We all get in our own way. So listening to other people is just a reminder, you know? So, like everything he's saying, I know everything he's saying. I've studied it and studied it and studied it. But hearing him say it, even if I done heard the song 50 times, it clicks on another perspective, another light bulb, another, oh yeah, oh, I see it a different way. You know, it's kind of like when people say they go and read a book more than one time, and each time you read it, like for a lot of people, they're talking about reading the Bible, right? They talk about reading the Bible, and when you read it over, they're like, you'll get a whole different meaning from it. You know, anybody ever had that situation where you're reading some material and then you read it again and you're like, oh man, you know, I didn't get that the first time. It didn't hit me like that. And now you gain a new perspective, right? And so that's why I always listen to this type of stuff. Just keep it churning, keep it churning, keep it churning, keep it right. I'm not getting content. I will never ever get content. Contentment is like a murderer. It's a murderer that will get on your back and then choke the life out of you. I keep him off of my back. Ben K said, I was just thinking about reading the Bible and I get new stuff every time. That's what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what happens. That's why I listen to motivational stuff over and over, over and over. All these guys on YouTube, they get you fired up, man, for sure. He says you got results and you got reasons. So I say you got results and you got excuses, and nobody gives two fucks about an excuse. Like I can make an excuse. For instance, if I tell you guys, hey, this is why I didn't do what I said I was going to do, or if I said I didn't go live today because XYZ, y'all be like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever. A few seconds later, y'all are like moving on with your life. You ain't even thinking about that shit anymore because it is what it is. People just don't give two fucks about a person's excuse, right? So rather than finding an excuse, find another way to make something happen. Find a way, like if you mess up at something or you don't accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, fuck, don't make no excuse. Analyze it, figure out another way to go about it. You know what I mean? Just don't fucking give up and don't make no excuse. Hey, that's what time it is. Anybody got any questions, man? Y'all that I have not answered? Kelly, how have you been? I know I meant to message you to see what we could do about the like a fitness plan for you. I've been meaning to jump on there with you, but I want to make sure I can devote proper time to trying to help you out with that. So just letting you know, that's why I haven't reached back out to you. Gabby said, same boiling water that softens potato hardens the egg 100, man. You email me, I'll check it out, man. For sure. I'll definitely check it out. 100%, man. I'm going to check it out. In the morning, I see your email. Well, I don't see it, but I just got an alert for it, brother. Yes, Peaches, 100. Yep, I am. I'm good, not tired anymore for sure. It's okay. I know you're busy. It's really just when I'm helping people, I like to make sure that I'm giving them 100%, you know? And so uh, that's where I've been at. Been like trying to make content for YouTube is like, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just telling you guys, it's been like an all day damn thing. Like I was in the house all day today. We left one time this morning. We had to run to the pharmacy And then we've been back here just working all day, all day, all day. And finally, I was like, babe, I got to jump on a live. Because I told you guys 30 days straight, we're doing a live. It's not a Rogue Glide, brother. It's a Rogue King. And yeah, it's mine. But here's the crazy thing is, it ain't going to be mine forever. It ain't going to be mine for long. Somebody right here is on our channel. Somebody's winning this bike because I'm doing a giveaway on this bike. It's a 2007 fully custom Harley Davidson Road King. Got its 26-inch front spoke. The forks are raked. The neck's rewelded. It's got chrome flake in the paint. It's got teardrop gas tank. Running boards. These running boards are super nice. SMT machining. Engine's completely chromed out. It's got the bags on it. It's got the pizza box on the back. Dual exhaust, full dual exhaust. The pizza box comes right off. You could take this off. You could take it off completely so you can ride without that on the back. The seat I have made is a ostrich skin seat. And that brown looks really nice. When I got it, had a black seat. Fully custom audio. It's got JL audio. The controls on it, everything on this thing is custom. I mean, look at the skull in here, right? I mean, this thing's absolutely amazing. Beautiful bike. There ain't nothing on this bike untouched. Nothing. Even right all the way down to here. Even the minor stuff, right? Even the minor stuff on this bike is beautiful. Yeah, brother, I appreciate it. 103, I believe so, yeah. Yeah. It's got LED tail lights. I don't have my key. Wait, I do got my key. Let me go get the key. It's got LED tail lights, LED headlight. Everything on it's custom. The whole bike's rebuilt. It's keyless fob. It's got a built-in alarm. Here, let me show you guys. Oh shit. Oh, my alarm is going dead. I mean, my key is bad. I had to replace the battery in the key fob. I think that's why the alarm just went off. But yeah, everything on it's completely custom. You can see the LED flashing just now when the alarm went off. Like, and so how you enter to win the bike, if anybody that has not got an entry, you go over to my website, FYTON. FYTON. It's the name of my channel, Fight On. You go to my website, fighton.org, FYTON.org. You can either get a t-shirt or you can get my Mindset Mastery course, which is downloadable by PDF. And the course is dope. You download it, you start reading it, day one, life changer. I got an email from somebody that's normally on our lives. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly. My bad. I got an email this morning. I woke up to this email. I checked my email. He said, hey, bro, I just want to tell you that $35 I paid for the course was the best $35 I spent in my life. That's the type of review you want. That's the type, like, I tell anybody who gets the course, like if you bought my course and you want to review it on the live, I don't care what you say whatever you want, because I already know nobody is going to say nothing negative about it. I'm that confident in it. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. That's how you enter to win the bike. You go to my website, fighton.org. You either get a Mindset Mastery course or a t-shirt. Both of them are $35. There's no shipping on the t-shirt. The course is downloaded immediately. But here's the bigger part. The bigger part is that for every 10 people that enter, I donate my course to a person in prison. I think I've donated 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. I think 5 to people in prison, 5 courses. So it's huge. That is what's cool because my course can help anybody at any level, right? Achieve elite level success. It's not telling you how to open a business. It's telling you to create the mindset to do whatever the fuck you want to do in life with no barriers, no limits, no limiting beliefs. Create positive, healthy habits and create these type of mindset and goals and aspirations with clarity that'll take you wherever the fuck you want to go in life. So that's what the deal is, brother. But yeah, that's my bike, and yeah, I'm doing a giveaway with it. Oh man, a couple people said their dog started howling. Man, I'm sorry. I appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. I said I apologize. Yeah, my bad. Gabi said, other than being disrespectful, what is the biggest problem with these kids out here nowadays? Um, what is the word? I always feel like I'm an aficionado with words. I spend a lot of time reading the dictionary. So I usually know a lot of words. I like vocabulary. I like words. Um, but these kids have entitlement. Entitlement, bitch. You haven't even done nothing. You think your family owes you everything. You haven't even done nothing. You ain't put in no work. You're working still like, or you're sitting at home playing a game, or you're just working some little menial job. Don't get me wrong. If that's the job you got to have, that's fine. I'm not talking down on that, but I'm saying that's a problem with kids today. They think they are entitled to shit. Hell no. There's no entitlement. Get your ass out there and go to work. Jordan Johnson, what up, man? Been a fan since your original Big Herc interview. I think you have lived the most interesting life in the history of of mankind. Hey, mad respect, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's definitely been a life of interest for sure. And what makes it even more worthwhile, like I wouldn't go back and change my life story because if I look, I'm just keep it real. If I went back and changed my life story, learning what I've learned now and did it all over again, number one, I wouldn't go to prison. I would never have been everywhere that I've been. I wouldn't know the people that I know. I would have never got on YouTube. And I wouldn't be waking up to messages where somebody told me this morning, that's the best $35 I spent in my life on your course. That shit just gave me chills telling you that. Knowing my experiences in life, everything that I've been through, I'm fucking able to help people. I will not change that. Fuck no. I would not change it. There's no going back for that. The biggest problem that I have with that, though, saying that and admitting that to you guys is my daughter, because my daughter grew up while I was in prison, and she had no choice. You know, she didn't ask for that. So that shit fucks me up. But just keeping it real, I would not change it. I hate to say that because of her, but I'm keeping it real with you guys. So the just the universe, man. When you're putting out into the universe, and that shit's coming back to you in the form of, "Hey, man, I appreciate it, brother." That shit's huge. So that's what it is, man. Is there a deadline, hard deadline on the giveaway? No, we don't have a deadline. And here's the reason. I got off YouTube for almost 2 years, quit doing social media. I was out there just working, doing family stuff, working on my house, um, traveling, and bought some more rental property or some rental properties in Florida. So I was busy. And I just felt like if I can't devote 100% to doing YouTube, giving you guys the proper value, then I just wasn't going to do it. And I waited until I could get to a point that I could give you guys 100%, which is where I'm at right now. I'm doing this full time with you guys. And so if I said December 1st, we're giving the bike away, and I've only sold 50, 60, 75, 100 tickets at $35 a piece, well, add it up. That shit, you can't buy that bike. All right. And I'm okay with taking a loss because this is my first giveaway. We're still growing the channel. We're going to constantly be in a state of growing. But I know this is going to be the slowest one. And I know that I'm also going to take a loss on it. And I'm cool with that because people are getting my program. Love the brand. I'm getting a lot of comments on the brand. FYTON, fuck your thoughts of negativity. I stand on that. I live it. It is what it is, right? Um, so it's okay that I'm gonna take a loss on this, but to let it go at $3,500, anybody that knows anything about motorcycles knows at 3,500, I mean the front wheel is like $1,000. So yeah, I can't do it, man. Not that way. We got to get the 600 tickets. Uh, and you know, I had another bike too that I was going to do a giveaway on. I've told you guys yesterday, but there's new people on here, so I'll tell you again. I had a look it up. It's called Bourget, Bourget, Bourget Bike Works. I had one that's called a Fat Daddy Chopper, custom chopper. The bitch just caught on fire, blew up. I left it in Florida at my business partner's house, and his garage burned up with my motorcycle in it. Heartbreaking, man. And you can't buy those bikes anymore. David Graziano, you're one in a million for sure. Same here, man. Same to you guys. Every one of you guys are one in a million. And I appreciate everybody that's on here always. The fact that you guys sit on here and just listen, drop your comments, like, subscribe, all that shit tells me, I mean, you guys are super badasses as well. And I appreciate that for sure. Hey, do me a favor too. Tomorrow, guys, in the morning, between morning time and noon, California time, Pacific time, I'm putting out a video. It's a fitness video where I'm showing you guys I'm doing pull-ups, I'm doing push-ups. So it's called opposing muscle groups: push, pull, push, pull. So I'm doing pull-ups, push-ups. I'm doing back lat pull-down machine, and then bench. So 4 different exercises, all back to back. It's a short video. Even if you're not trying to do the workout, just do me a favor, let it play. Let it play. Hit the like button. You can comment ABC if you want to, whatever, just so the YouTube algorithm's like, oh yeah, cool. You know what I mean? So because I love sharing fitness stuff with people, and I want that to be a part of my channel. It takes a lot to crack through in the fitness field in YouTube, especially when you're doing multiple different things, which is to me just sticking to one thing. I don't want to sit around and talk about just straight up prison stories. You get, for number one, how many do you got? Number two, that shit gets old. So like, I'm going to be doing my giveaways. I'm going to be doing fitness. I'm going to be doing my mindset training. I do mindset training already, coaching with people, one-on-one coaching. I do fitness and nutrition coaching. And so that's the type of shit I want to share. I'm about to Airbnb this house right here. The house that I live in, we already signed a contract with a property management company. We're going to be Airbnb in our house. We got to leave by December 8th. So I'm going to do a video on it, like, because we got to do a lot of work to get it back in order. We were going to do it earlier this year, but then we came back home. And so now we got to repack all our stuff up, do a little bit more work. Like, I want to do videos on that. Like, I bought rental property in Florida. I had a lot of footage, but it's crappy footage because we weren't videoing for like YouTube. Like, you're swinging the camera all around, and we're trying to make more like cinematic, good quality video. But like, I want to share everything that I'm doing. If I'm buying a rental property or trying to build an Airbnb or Airbnb this property. So my point is, I don't have one solid niche. I still want to tell you guys prison stories. I want to do my giveaways. I want to do fitness stuff, motivational stuff. And so if a video comes out and you guys see, you get a notification for it, do me a favor, please let it play. There you go. Deadline now, I win. I hear you, brother. VA, 2 up, 2 down. I like that. I like your channel name, homie. Jordan Johnson, that's a fact. You flipped it all into a positive man. Respect. I appreciate you, bro. VA, 2 up, 2 down. Yo, always, as always, big salute to you from the 757 Virginia. I appreciate you, brother. Nationwide up in here. Our Quadrex, I don't know where he's at. We got somebody else from Ireland too. Quadrex, wherever you at, man. I hope you're doing good tonight, brother. I know he was just in the hospital. He got out, but definitely our thoughts are with you, man. Keep your head straight. Brian Fraser, train your dogs better. Mine didn't flinch. Oh, straight quality bullies. What, Brian, where you at on Instagram? Is that your Instagram? Straight quality bullies. I love bullies, man. I love bullies. Damn, they're expensive though. I do love them. Peaches said, if you went back in time to when you were in prison, would you still have escaped prison knowing what you went through after being caught, 100%. I would not change any of the process, because if I had to go back to the time that I was in prison, I was an angry person. I'm still a happy person, but I was blaming people. I was blaming situations, circumstances, rather than taking ownership of, hey, I'm sitting here because of myself, and then actually sitting down. Like solitary confinement is where they sat me down. They like locked me in the room. And the only thing I had to do was read, study, implement these studies. I would have never got that opportunity, because when you're on the compound, you got a little bit of time to read and study, but you're also on point all the damn time. There's a bunch of shit going on. It's not the same. So no, I would not change it. VA, two up, two down. I don't have but a few hundred subs, but I'm going to share your giveaway channel for you, homie. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Mad respect. Thank you. Is this your channel on YouTube? If so, I'll go over there and sub to you as well. And anybody that's got a YouTube channel, if you want me to sub, let me know. I'll sub to you. It don't matter when on the bike. Most places in the U.S. can't ride till March, anyways. All right. I'm I'm going to Florida, so I'm obviously taking the bike with me, um, because hopefully, shit, in the next month or two, we really get this thing popping. I might start running ads, social media ads, to get like the steam picked up a little bit, to be able to get rid of the bike faster. Um, but I'm gonna be taking it with me, and it is cold over there, though. Definitely colder. It's San Diego's got the best weather in the fucking country, hands down. That's where I live at right now. They got the best damn country weather in the country. Gabby said, "Where are you moving to?" Moving to HQ too after the Diego move. Um, right outside of Jacksonville, St. Johns County, Florida. It's like southeast toward St. Augustine. Yeah, that's where I'm headed, man. Listen, guys, I appreciate everybody that's on here. Love everybody that's on here. Nothing but love and respect to you guys. Look, we still got it. This is playing in the background right now. Like, I'm dead serious about it. I'm listening and I'm talking. He's talking about mindset stuff. You plus your mind. Anyways, I appreciate everybody that's on there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Anybody that's already entered to win the bike, appreciate you entering the win. Can't wait to be able to turn this bike over to somebody, to give it to somebody. Oh, above Gainesville? So, Ben Case, I got 2 houses in Keystone. I'm sure you know where that is. Yeah, you guys have a good weekend. Have a good night. We will be back on here tomorrow live. Don't know what time, but if you see the video pop up tomorrow, please let it play, for sure. Go check out the shorts too. They're dope. Good night, everybody. Be safe. Keep your head up. Keep your mind right, and fight on.